I assume you have no idea what their formation is, Brandon?
No clue.
Alright.
Yeah, I haven't seen them play yet.
Oh, true. This is their first home game.
Do they have, who are their good returners?
Stockton?
Stockton's.
Emily Gilligan won Goalkeeper of the Year in the NJAC. Brittany Stein was first team all. She's not.
Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to Swarthmore College. For
She's
tonight's
gone. They also
non-conference
graduated
field
their
hockey game between the Stockton University Ospreys and your Swarthmore College Garnet.
Stein and Victoria Kayaza graduated. But then
First, let's meet the starters for the
Gianna
Ospreys.
Morganti
A
is
sophomore from Salem, New Jersey, number 2,
transfer from
Shelby
Ryder.
Scott.
Okay, so she played D1
A sophomore from
and she
Berlin, New
has
Jersey,
4
number
goals
5,
already.
Gianna Morganti. A junior from Warren Grove, New Jersey, number 8, Lauren Flynn. A junior from Barrington, New Jersey, number 9, Casey Cordon. A senior from Matawan, New Jersey, number 11, Janelle Long. A junior from Little Lake Harbor, New Jersey, number 13, Madison Gansizin. A junior from Hamilton, New Jersey, number 16, Cassidy Wenzel. A freshman from Marlton, New Jersey, number 17, Isabella Sarasa. A junior from Upper Deerfield, New Jersey, number 19, Hannah Westcote. A junior from Ocean City, New Jersey, number 23, Ezekiel Hooley. And in goal for the Ospreys, a senior from West Deptford, New Jersey, number 74, Emily Kerrigan.
They changed it. It's now it's 4 15-minute quarters. Instead of
And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Swarthmore.
So are we going off after every 15?
Yes.
Okay.
A sophomore from Amherst, Massachusetts, number 1, Marion Carr. A junior from Billington, New Jersey, number 5, Chelsea Semper. A junior from Chester Springs, Pennsylvania, number 8, Sammy Martin. A freshman from Raritan, New Jersey, number 10, Martina Campbell. A freshman from Glenridge, New Jersey, number 12, Grace Twitchell. A freshman from Austin, Texas, number 13, Callie Cho. A sophomore from Halifax, Massachusetts, number 14, Emily Hapgood. A freshman from Ann Arbor, Michigan, number 15, Andy Tappenden. A sophomore from Carlisle, Pennsylvania, number 16, Samantha Mika. A freshman from Collingswood, New Jersey, number 23, Quinn Baiswitz. And in goal for the Garnet, a sophomore from Pocomoke, Maryland, number 88, Erin Langford. Swarthmore is coached by Hannah Harris. She is assisted by Abby Campbell and Ainsley Rose. Fans, at this time, we'll be presenting our national anthem.
was shaky last year on the time she played.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Garnet Sports Network for the 2019 home opener for the Swarthmore College field hockey team here at Clothier Field Stadium. They're taking on the Stockton University Ospreys. Jacob Brady on the call here, joined once again this season by Frankie Dillon. Great to have you back with me.
Good to be back. I'm happy for the first home game of the season, and it should be a really exciting matchup. The Garnet coming off their first win of the season, and overtime victory over Susquehanna. So hopefully they'll carry some of that momentum in against a very strong team in the Ospreys.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see with this Stockton team. They're off to a 3-0 start to the season. A 9-5 is their goal differential so far. So they're doing quite well, and they went 15-6 overall last season, winning the ECAC in the process. So a very good team. The Garnet lost 3-0 on the road last year at Stockton. So we'll see if maybe they can take advantage of this home field advantage. Here, we're off and starting. Callie Cho has it at the back to Tappenden, trying to get up the sideline. Well defended there by Wenzel.
It'll be interesting to see how these freshmen for the Garnet play. They're a very young team, very similar to last year. A lot of youth out there, so we'll see how they do in front of their home crowd for the first game. Hopefully they've got some of the jitters out in their first couple games. But here's Carr, one of the only 2 goal scorers for the Garnet so far this year. She passes it forward, and it looks like the Garnet are going to have some good offense early as they'll get into the circle, but it's going to be taken out.
That's cleared up and away by Stockton. Yeah, you meant Cho holds it in, trying to pass it up to the circle, but not quite enough on it to get to Carr. You mentioned it's a young team, and there were some big losses for this team coming into the season. 3 seniors graduating in Kathleen Carmichael, Rhea Garg, and Lizzie Stant. Carmichael was second on the team last year in total scoring with 3 goals and 3 assists, but also a couple of juniors, Ali Barada, 7 goals and 3 assists for her, and then Halsey Hutchinson with 4 goals, both of them no longer on the team, and they were the 2 highest goal scorers last season. So that's a lot of production that they have lost. Just about half their goals or so no longer with the team.
And you could really see that in the first couple games. I mean, it took them 3 games to finally put a goal in. But hopefully they figured something out. I definitely look for Carr, especially off those corners. Last season, the Garnet found a lot of success later on in the season, getting Carr to drive the ball from the outside on the corner plays, and that resulted in a lot of goals. They'll have to look to her more this season, especially with so much of their offense gone. The Garnet defense, though, a little bit more compact, a little bit more experienced. You've got Hapgood back from last year, and you also have Meacock and Semper, who 2 of those were freshmen their first year, but ended up being sort of a strong point for the Garnet defensively, and they've kept opponents to 1 goal apiece so far. So hopefully they have the offense against this Stockton team, because I do think the defense will hold up this game.
Yeah, I mean, you say even with the anemic offense so far, with only the 2 goals through 3 games, they've done a good job keeping themselves in games defensively. And Erin Langford stepping in for Zelda Bank, who was a couple-time all-conference selection in her time here. Erin Langford already with 15 saves on the season to 3 goals allowed. So she has done well trying to fill those big shoes of Bank. For those of you not aware of it, there was a pretty major rule change to college field hockey this season. That is, they changed it from 2 35-minute halves to 4 15-minute quarters. So imagine you'll see a little bit of a different style of play. You might see people coming more aggressive out of the gate in games because they know they'll have that guaranteed 2-minute stoppage. Bazowitz trying to get it forward to Martin. She has it taken away. Lauren Flynn is there. Back to Bazowitz, however. Tappenden trying to get around the circle, looking for the cross. Gets it on a stick of an Ospreys defender. And able to win possession back for Stockton is Lauren Flynn.
So far, the Garnet have done a very good job staying on offense. Last year, they had some trouble getting pinned down on defense a lot of times, and they spent most of the game playing behind the 50-yard line. This game, they've kept it in the Stockton half a good amount, and when it's gone back on defense, they've been able to get it out of there pretty quickly with some smart passing. So let's hope that keeps up so far this game if you're a Garnet fan, because they'll get a lot more offensive opportunities that way.
Yeah, I mean, and you saw it even on the sideline and then right there against Cassidy Wenzel. They're collapsing their defenders. You had about 3 maroon jerseys in the area down along the sideline compared to the 1 white jersey of Wenzel. So they're being aggressive and swarming on defense, that's for sure. Trying to take it around is Flynn. Dribbles into the circle, tries to set up a shot. It gets a little deflected.
Dangerous situation for the Garnet, but it's smacked out of there to number 12, Twitchell, the freshman, and she's bringing it up the sideline. A bunch of white jerseys all over her. She'll look back, and let's see how the Garnet get it out of here. A good drive.
And Meacock almost got through to Martin. Now here she goes, trying to get around the edge. Flynn once again there defensively, but commits the foul. Free hit for the Garnet. Trying to hit it strong there was Tappenden, but it gets deflected by a Stockton player there. They try to find the wing. Foul committed, and another Stockton free hit up along the near sideline. Gilhooly is there, lifts it over the stick of Bazowitz.
Beautiful lift, and now it's going forward back to the Garnet defense, but it's going to be Meacock trying to run it down. Won't get there in time.
Yeah, good find there. Morganti along the far sideline. She's had an impressive start to her Stockton career, transferred from Division I Rider University, and has scored 4 goals through her first 3 games with the team this year. So looking to replace that production that Victoria Cayazzo and Brittany Stein brought. Those are a couple of first-team All-NJAC selections right there with 12 goals scored between them. Ball goes out of bounds along the near sideline, but last touched by Stockton. It'll be a free hit for Callie Cho, another one of the freshmen out there.
They're all over the field, but they're looking good so far. The freshmen have been making some good plays. They don't seem rattled. Looks like the 3 games under their belt has helped them get accustomed to the new play. I also think the 4 quarters instead of the 2 halves might be beneficial to the smaller Garnet team. Last season, we saw them get a little bit tired near the end of halves, and they'd often most of the goals that came against them would be sort of in the last 5-10 minutes of one of those long 35-minute halves. Hopefully these quarters will give them some chance to get a breath and hopefully help make up for the very small team that they have compared to Stockton.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, that roster crunch that we saw last season, I believe it's the same exact number of reserves. Yeah. It was 3 reserves, 3 outfielders, and 1 goalkeeper on reserve. Those are Heidi Van Voorhees, Fiona Heaps, and Adina Gordon as outfielders, and then Julia LeBlanc, a freshman goalkeeper, backing up Langford. It'll be a free hit for Cassidy Wenzel down at about midfield. Tries to poke it up the wing. Pushed into the middle and taken away, at least briefly, by Tappenden, but Long gets it back. Into the path of Scott.
Campbell fighting for it, but it's going to go back to the Ospreys. Here they go. They've had some success getting into the circle, but another good stop by Semper, who's been playing very well right on the edge of that circle, sort of denying the Ospreys those chances to get a corner. She's been getting her stick down nice and low and playing very fundamental defense to not get any sort of penalties.
Tried to feed Twitchell out wide there, but left it a little too far. That'll set up a free hit for Stockton deep inside Garnet territory. Passed out, looking to fire one into the circle.
And that's another stop by Semper, who's been having a good game so far. The one of the more senior players on this team. She's just a junior, but she's one of the 2 oldest on the team because there's no seniors on this Garnet team. And she's got to be one of the most vocal leaders of the defense, hopefully carrying over from now that both Garg and Bank are gone.
Free hit for the Garnet. Just past that 25-yard line. Passes in to Campbell.
Campbell gets a little bit too far over the ball there, and it will go back to the Ospreys. But a good opportunity for the Garnet, and it's definitely got to be reassuring to see that they're getting some shots early on in this game after their the sort of previous offensive woes of earlier in the season, maybe not the last game, but it's good to see that they're sort of picking up where they left off in the second half of their last game.
Yeah, I mean, the Stockton team has looked somewhat more vulnerable this season as compared to last. Already letting 5 goals so far. Emily Gilligan was named NJAC Goalkeeper of the Year last season with only a 1.24 goals against average. That's gone up just a little bit to 1.67, so perhaps some room for the Garnet to get one past their long shot.
Smart play, though, by Langford, just letting that go by, giving the Garnet possession. I definitely see Langford stepping up and possibly playing a smarter game, being behind Bank, who is such a good goalie for the Garnet. Hopefully she's learned some good tips, some good tricks. We definitely saw Bank last year play a lot outside of the goal and almost be an extra defender for the Garnet. So I'd be interested to see if Langford plays out a little bit more than most goalies as well, being behind being behind Bank every game and learning from her in practice.
Great ball up the wing to Bazowitz there and able to maintain possession for the Garnet. Here's Carr looking for something, tries to sweep it back and taken away by the Ospreys.
So a good look for the reverse hit, but it'll go back to the Garnet. It's going to be Van Voorhees starting with it. Already a sub for the Garnet then.
Yeah, a couple subs. Fiona Heaps also onto the field, but Osprey's able to win it back.
Definitely, I could see the Garnet subbing players in and out pretty quickly, trying to keep fresh legs on the field to keep up with the big Stockton team.
Van Voorhees able to chase it down, tries to cross it back in, but it's out wide to Shelby Scott up along the near sideline, and it'll go back to the Garnet.
Joe going to start with it.
See where she goes here. Sammy Martin may be an option. Instead, she'll get it to Bazowitz.
Bazowitz gets in the circle. It's going to be fought for by Twitchell, but it'll be hit out.
Yeah, Danceson, good job there defensively. Hapgood holds on to it. Forward to Meacock. Trying to get around her defender. Here she goes.
Beautiful dodges by Meacock. Some nice pulls. Will get in the circle for an opportunity for the Garnet, but it'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, Martin almost an opportunity there if she had been able to just get that ball under control a little bit sooner. Unable to spin back to the goal mouth. Cleared up ahead into the middle. Hapgood trying to get there defensively. Pardon me, actually it's Meacock. Now around the edge, good run. Danceson coming forward, trying to feed it in. Now Scott is there, Scott in front, and Langford able to kick it away into the stick of Cho. Go out of bounds for a Garnet hit along the far sideline. Inside 3 minutes to play in this first quarter.
Here's Hapgood. She'll put it back. They'll try and reverse fields, it looks like. It's going to go to Cho, but it's going to be low. Cho's going to have some pressure on her.
Yeah, a little bit.
She'll drive it up the field. Popped it up a little bit.
Didn't get enough on it. Yeah, Gilhooly now into the middle. Into the circle for Stockton, and
a good opportunity for them here.
Trying to cross it back across goal mouth. Ooh, that's dangerous.
Good opportunity, but no one on either team could get a stick on that as it just sort of rolled across the mouth of the goal. So it's going to be Garnet ball. Cho's going to take it back.
Shelby Scott was right there at a far post. A good opportunity for her, but just couldn't correct back to that ball. Cho tries to lift it, but it's touched out of bounds off the stick of Wenzel. Garnet ball again.
Cho's going to start with it again. She's going to try and drive it forward, but good block by 16 Wenzel.
Long, trying to cross one in. Scott trying to get to fall for her. Semper is there defensively. Semper able to win possession back as looks like her stick got hit by Scott there.
The Garnet avoid another sort of scary moment there. Let's see if they can get it out of their defensive end and survive the quarter. It's going to go back to Stockton, though.
They'll have the hit along the near sideline with Lauren Flynn. Gilhooly had some trouble controlling it, able to get it back, however, to Cordona.
Stockton switch fields, and now they're going to drive it up. Hopefully get one more offensive drive in this last minute as we're down to 60 seconds left. They're going to get in the circle and try and cross it through again, but the Garnet will drive it out.
Yeah, good collapse there by the defense. A lot of maroon jerseys coming onto that ball perfectly.
Oh, good stop there by the Garnet, and that was Bazewitz with the stop, but it'll go back to the Ospreys.
Hit from Westcote, and they'll go back to the Garnet.
A little high on the drive, I think.
Yeah.
So the Garnet with 30 seconds to try and make something happen, and it'll be driven forward by Meacock, but back to the Ospreys.
Looking for Bazowitz, who is making the run in behind. Controlled by Cho, able to get it out wide to Van Voorhees. Here she goes. Gordon, the junior transfer, wanted the ball up the sideline.
And under 10 left, so it looks like one more opportunity for the Garnet as Tappenden will try and get something going, but I think we're out of time.
Yeah, looks like it, but not a bad start for the Garnet there. Able to get it out of their own end, prevent the shots, right?
Yeah, and they were showing some sort of offensive life this game, too. It was very back and forth. It looked like two evenly matched teams. I'm excited to see what will happen in the next 3 quarters.
All right, we'll take the short break and be back for second quarter action in just a minute. You're watching Garnet Field Hockey.
I mean, they've got basically the whole defense back.
Oh, it's on the Delaware. Okay, but it's south, yeah. We're back for second quarter action here on the Garnet Sports Network. Jacob Brady alongside Frankie Dillon. It's a tie, or a scoreless game, tied scoreless, here as we get started in the second quarter. Nobody with a shot yet for either team, so it's been quiet. Both teams have had opportunities down in the opposing circle, but unable to really get anything on net so far.
No, and not too surprising based on the way that the Garnet have played their last 3 games. Definitely they've been very slow, sort of. They just have a very strong defense, so it's not surprising to see Stockton struggling to get anything going, especially in that first quarter when everyone's fresh. But here they go, and a Stockton player diving into the circle. That's number 5, Morganti. But the Stockton, the Ospreys with an opportunity here as 23 Gilhoy. Well, and that'll be a corner for the Ospreys. First one we've seen all game for either team.
Yeah, so a chance now for the Ospreys. See if they can go ahead here.
See how the Garnet defend this. They've got Semper, Hapgood. I'm guessing they also have Meacock back and one other.
Yeah, I mean, that was one issue for the Garnet last season, surrendering corners. We'll go back out. Shot
drive
from Gilhooly.
Nice save, though, from Langford. But they're going to have to get ready for yet another corner.
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit of their Achilles heel last year. Was surrendering those corners, and 2 now in short span. Another shot that gets blocked.
Good save by Semper. Another shot.
Tip behind.
And the Garnet will finally get out of that sort of sticky situation. No more corners for them.
Yeah, they surrendered 171 last year and only earned 106. So that definitely came back to bite them sometimes. Not able to hold tight right there. Campbell tries to clear it out of the circle. Around the edge now.
Getting stopped there by Meacock, and the Garnet will get the ball back. Let's see if they can get a little bit of breathing room. These first 2 minutes have been a little tough.
Yeah, and you see the Stockton getting a lot of fresh legs out there, and they've been able to get the pressure on. That was tipped up in the air, and it'll be Garnet ball.
Definitely jumped on them quickly.
Hapgood trying to go quick again, controlled by Stockton. Now they try to run, but just led behind there, trying to get it to Torrey Wilson. So he'll go out. A little bit of a dangerous ball. Semper has to come forward, out wide to Hapgood.
Hapgood will sneak it forward, but the pass wasn't able to be controlled, so back to the Ospreys.
Lift into the middle for Gilhooly, and now Martin's got it. Tried to poke it to Bazowitz, but not enough help for her. Go back now.
Martin trying to stop it, but good stop there by that was 15 Tappenden, the freshman, who will give the Garnet some offensive life. The first sort of time we've seen the Garnet have a chance offensively this quarter. And here's Carr.
Carr trying to get it forward to Martin. That will be just kept in the corner. Martin there defensively, Tappenden now as well. Gets it to Martin. Can she get a cross off? Bazowitz and Carr in the... Bazowitz and Twitchell in the middle. And it'll remain Garnet ball. Free hit for Tappenden.
Right outside the circle, so a good opportunity here for the Garnet. They'll go back, though, to Cho. Cho drives to the baseline, brings it back up. And we'll just body into... Sarasso a little bit too much, so it's going to be Osprey ball.
Yeah, good job there by Sarasso, holding her ground there against the bigger Cho and winning possession back.
And now it's going to be it's number 10, Al Girato, up the side and passes it to number 5, Morganti. Morganti on the baseline, and she'll take a spill. Tripped over a stick, I think. And it'll go back to Osprey ball.
Yeah,
the Garnet will put it into the center, and another smart play by Langford. Not touching that, and the rule is if it's a shot outside of the circle, it does not count, even if it goes in. So smart play by Langford to get the Garnet the ball back. It's going to be passed up to, that is number 10, Campbell. Very good stick skills. But it's back. Campbell stops it. Good stop there by Campbell, but call for the Garnet. She might have gotten a card. I think that's a yellow card for Campbell. I'm not positive what that's for, but
it's just a green.
Just a green. So she'll be out for, I believe, 2 minutes, the ref mentioned. And Langford will...
Can you hear me?
I can't, no. sorry about that. So the Garnet back with the ball. We're going to start off in the center. This is Semper, the center D-mid, and she'll pop it up real high. We'll get some good field position for the Garnet, but it's going to be back to Osprey ball at the midfield line. Passed forward to Gil Hooley, who's going to look forward. Gil Hooley will take a drive from the outside, get it into the circle, and the Garnet will struggle to get it out, but they do. Still in danger, though, as it's still Osprey ball. Gil Hooley again will shoot it in, but it's blocked by the Garnet. Gil Hooley still with the ball. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. But it's still going to be Osprey ball. Still Gil Hooley with it. She'll pass it up, and I can.
Sorry about that, folks. Just a little bit of technical difficulties.
He's back.
Yeah, I'm back. Yes. Apologize if there was any interesting background noise you heard there, but
We should be all good now. Here's Tappenden.
Trying to get it up the sideline. Martin, and taken away off her stick by Flynn.
Martin's going to fight for it back, though, and gets the call against the Ospreys. So good sort of scrappy play there by Martin to get that ball back. So it's going to be Tappenden who's going to start with it.
Yeah, so free hit for the Garnet just past midfield as Campbell makes her way back on as well. Gordon able to save it. Campbell.
Her pass is going to be picked off, but Garnet will get the ball right back.
Yeah, good job by Meacock there, staying true defensively. Hapgood.
Beautiful pass to Campbell.
Fires it through. Meacock now out wide.
And great drive in.
Martin there just couldn't quite get the controlling touch.
Ball was going pretty hot there. For Stockton, out goes Wilson, in goes 11 long.
Passes back, but Meacock is there. Passes forward. And now taking Gordon trying to get it. Now it's cleared away.
Good defensive play there by Morganti for the Ospreys, stopping that sort of. Oh, and it might be a corner. Interesting.
Maybe there was something off the ball, because I did not think that was quite in the circle. But
yeah, it looked like a clean play to me by a clean tackle by Morganti, but maybe we missed something so far away. So here's the Garnet with their first corner of the game. I'd look for number 1 Carr.
Yeah, we saw some nice hits out of her last year.
Or she's on the bench.
Back Semper, and the shot from Campbell gets blocked as the Ospreys were quick off their goal line.
Yeah.
And it'll be Ospreys ball on the far sideline. Campbell just waited a bit too long as the Ospreys came charging out of their goal. Go up the sideline, trying to push it forward. I believe Scott is there. Still Ospreys ball. And that'll be controlled by Campbell. Trying to push forward, but back now to Long. Into the middle, directed forward, looking for Morganti. Gets onto it, tries
one-on-one with the goalie.
Oh, and it's in for Stockton. I believe that is hard to see the number from up here. There was definitely a 2 in it, but I'm not sure if it was just a 2 or a...
Stockton goal scored by number 10, Laney.
10, actually. Okay. Apparently my eyesight is not what it once was, but Laney Allegretto, and that was just a great play by Gianna Morganti.
She just put it through, great assist, and then just had a one-on-one with the goalie, and that's just a tough situation for Langford and the Swarthmore defense. I think the Garnet might have gotten a little bit too used to last year. You'd see Bank really play out and sort of almost tackle the tackle an offensive player of the other team if they were open close to the goal line, which definitely has its pluses and minuses. Langford choosing to play a little bit further back there, and ends up with a goal for the Ospreys. So here,
The Garnet find themselves down 1-0. Still a lot of field hockey left to be played. We're just inside the 6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Taken forward by the Ospreys. Cho is there, gets the call. Passes it all the way down. Bazowitz trying to give chase. Go back to the Ospreys. Cho fighting for it, and her stick gets hit. Interfered with again by Scott. And that's a card for her as she clipped Cho's leg with her stick.
so let's see if the Garnet can get some real offense here. Hopefully tie up the game going into the halftime. Because this will probably be their best opportunity of this half to score. Here's Cho. We'll put it down the side, and it'll roll out of bounds.
No shots yet for them. Actually, they'll send it back. Cho, not sure if she went too early before the whistle, something along those lines. Cho, just take it for herself, trying to get around the edge. Martin is there, looking for the cross. Here's Martin, still Martin, crosses it back. Goalkeeper is out, scrum in front of the cage.
And the Garnet will get a corner.
Aggressive play there by Gilligan, tried to get it out. Martin was able to cross it back, but
Carr is still on the bench, though, so it's going to be interesting to see what the Garnet go with here offensively. I wonder if they'll give it back to Semper to try and get another drive by her.
yeah, well, they had Semper hitting the corner.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I think that's where they usually have her, and it will be where she.
Yeah, it'll be Semper again.
Campbell last time, but she is on the bench now as well. Looks like Van Voorhees is in that spot they like to go to.
It will go to it's Twitchell, right? And then shot. Garnet will still try and keep the power play going, but a shot will go out of bounds, so it's going to be back to Stockton.
About a minute left on the bench now for that penalty on Scott. So still some time for the Garnet, but it'll be a free hit first by Flynn. She tries to get it out of her own end.
And
Parker,
it's back to Tappenden.
and she will try to bring it forward now. And back out as perhaps went off the foot of Bazowitz down there.
Here's Martin trying to close out, but the Ospreys will get the ball out beforehand. And good play there by number 6, Parker, to try and get it back. And Parker's going to stay aggressive against this Garnet D. But Cho has it. She's coming up the sideline.
And she's 5'11" down there, so you're gonna have trouble. Yeah, it was Parker who tried to poke it through the legs of Cho and get back onto it, but you're just not gonna get around Callie Cho down there.
Yeah, she's tall. So Garnet goes back. We've got Carr on the field now.
Tappenden gets it to Bazowitz in the middle. Now Meacock trying to send one down into the circle.
Carr with it.
And that'll go back out.
Good defense there by the Ospreys. Who's that? Number 8, Flynn, blocking Carr. But it's going to go back to the Garnet. Carr gets it again.
And that gets kicked. Carr coming forward.
Carr will put in. Good save.
Yeah, nice shot there, but Gilligan showing off why she was named NJAC Goalkeeper of the Year. Tappenden able to pick off the pass. Carr now trying to get into the circle and hits it out the back. But it will remain Swarthmore ball as Tappenden sets up on the 25-yard line. Cho trying to go up the sideline. It does go to her. Here comes Cho trying to cross it back, but it ends up in an Osprey stick.
That's Flynn up the sideline, and she's going to get sort of tied up with Tappenden, who will get the ball back.
We've seen Cho come up the sideline pretty aggressively in much the same way that Rhea Garg did last year for the Garnet, coming out of that right wing-back position. Cho back to Tappenden. Trying to play it through, holds on to the ball.
Good play by Tappenden. Let's see if she can get to the middle, and another look to Carr, who puts it just off the goal.
Right into the side netting there. It was a tight angle with Gilligan covering up.
2 minutes left in this quarter and half.
It's pushed all the way out to the sideline for Danceson. And now up the edge. Hapgood able to get it back into the path of Gordon.
Good stop there from Stockton. That's number 9, Cordona.
They try to go long up the wing as well, but just too far and out of bounds. Hapgood to Meacock, tries to redirect it forward. Nobody there in the maroon. And it'll be a hit along the sideline for Stockton.
The Ospreys making one more change. Morganti coming back onto the field. So looks like Stockton might want to try and make this a 2-0 game going into the half, getting Morganti onto the field. 1 minute left, and Morganti's coming up to try and play some defense, take the ball away from Semper. The Garnet still have it.
It's Tappenden now, trying to get out wide and around, I believe, Flynn.
And
good defense there by her, and Flynn able to win back possession for the Ospreys.
Flynn's going to look back. 23, Gilhui, pass it forward. 30 seconds left. Let's see if either of these teams can get something in these final seconds.
Gordon got a nice pass through to Carr, and she has to move quickly.
Carr puts it forward. Good look, but Basewitz can't hold on to it.
Westcote along the sideline, plays up the side. Good step by Cho. Can she get back to it? We're down to 10 seconds, so she may just have to drive this ball down. Cho, still Cho, and loses it.
Ospreys were all over her there, really swarming her, and that'll be the end of the half. So 1-0. The Ospreys lead the Garnet.
And not a bad start for the Garnet.
Not at all.
In spite of being down here. I mean, what have you seen from them defensively in this game?
Defensively, they've really done well when they're swarming the ball. I think they need to watch. You saw in those last 2 or 3 minutes, Morganti was kind of trying to undercut the defense when her Osprey teammates had the ball, trying to look for something behind. That's how they got the last goal. Just sort of a feed behind the Swarthmore defense. So the Garnet defense need to have their heads on a little bit more of a swivel, I think. Watch people getting behind them, because that was a problem last year that wasn't necessarily exploited by other teams just because of Zelda Banks' aggressive goalie play.
Halftime here at Clothier Field Stadium. Your score 1-0 in favor of Stockton. We'll be back in just a few minutes for second half action. You're watching Garnet Field Hockey.
Why choose Swarthmore? Wow.
I don't know how to say this in like one interview. There's just like this magnetic secret on campus that people really can't describe.
The campus itself is beautiful.
I was absolutely floored when I first came here. A lot of it came from the values that SWAT has.
It truly is the people that make this community. All my memories are inseparable from the people that were around me.
I applied to Swarthmore through the Questbridge National College Match, and it's a program that matches high-achieving, low-income students with really selective institutions like this.
I knew I wanted to play basketball in college. Basketball was a tool that would enable me to get a great education. In high school, I was kind of pressured by the standard to play Division I, but I wanted to pave my own way.
It chose itself for me, and I knew at a more pre-intellectual level that this was the place.
And one of my favorite things and my favorite takeaways of this place has been the community.
I've been lucky to experience what learning is like at other institutions, and I'm very thankful that I did that because that completely changed my perception of Swarthmore. It made me realize that Swarthmore is special in these very small and unique ways that actually make an enormous difference.
The reason I'm so involved on campus is because I feel like the things that I do here matter. You can actually enact meaningful change.
When you're walking around campus, like, I don't feel like I'm just walking by a bunch of strangers, and being in these smaller settings, like, it gives you the opportunity to build strong relationships with people that also have like a vested personal interest in who you are as a person.
It totally tailors itself to like every type of person. You can come here and be anywhere on any spectrum, and you'll be pretty well welcomed.
You'll find that the people here are here for you. I was able to find really good, deep personal growth. And Swarthmore has been that formative experience that the community allows me to have that space that I can have that growth.
I have incredible mentors who have helped me at every step of the way, which I'm really thankful for. And I don't think I would have that same type of individualized attention and recognition at a place that's not Swarthmore.
The Garnet, as recently as 7 years ago, could not have envisioned this, but in succession, every year has been a record-setting year.
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things, ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference. It really helps you develop thinking from other people's perspectives and looking at problems from outside the box.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
I've definitely learned how to really be myself. I found out, yes, I am actually a good leader, and yes, I can actually put myself forward because I am good enough. I can do it.
Coming in to college, I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of different career goals, and I've learned so much about myself that I was always like growing and changing.
When I got to college, it forced me to step up and become more of a leader. And I think that was something I had the capability of doing, and forever grateful that being a Division
The Garnet and the Stockton University Ospreys in field hockey. 1-0, the lead for the Ospreys. Frankie, what are you looking to see out of the Garnet offense to get them back into this game?
I'm looking for more corners, and I'm looking at Carr. She had most of the offensive opportunities, really that second quarter. She's shown through in those last sort of 5-10 minutes of the quarter. So I'm looking for her to try and make something happen, because if there's going to be something offensively happening for the Garnet, it's probably going to start with her.
Lainey Allegretto, the lone goal scorer for Stockton so far, assisted by Gianna Morganti. Both of the games that the Garnet have lost this season have been 1-0 losses, and they've definitely looked tighter defensively. The only question is, can they, when they go down by a goal, can they have their offense get them back in the game? They were able to do it this weekend as they won 2-1, but can they do a similar thing tonight looking at this 1-0 hole? Hapgood at the back. Now coming over is Campbell. She's stuck down in the corner.
But look for Campbell. She's got some very good stick skills from high school. And it will be, though, a corner? Yes.
Looks like it. Early corner conceded for the Garnet. Definitely not how they wanted to start off this second half, as Stockton would love to put another one on the board here.
No, and this is very vital for the Garnet. If the Garnet fall down by 2 goals, it really doesn't look good. I don't think they have the team offensive firepower to get them back in from a 2-goal deficit. A 1-goal deficit, very doable. 2 goals, especially with all the offense the Garnet's lost, will be difficult. So
it'll be Lauren Flynn to send it in, and a chance for Stockton to perhaps put this one away. Wenzel fires it in and go back out. It'll be Garnet ball.
Garnet will survive.
Semper will take the hit right at the top of the circle.
And she's going to look back. And good play there by, that was Hapgood. Gets it up quickly. And back to the Ospreys.
Yeah, Gilhooly now trying to dribble it past Meacock. keeps it in, but actually did not keep it in. Just a little bit late on the whistle there. Goes out of bounds. Garnet have been a little bit dangerous with their passing through their back line in this game, but thankfully haven't given up any easy balls back there.
Semper's really had to show her experience. She's gotten some sort of risky passes, and she's had to get the Garnet out of some very sketchy situations.
Garnet with a chance down, fired in, but then cleared out by the Ospreys.
Meacock will get it back in. Another chance for the Garnet.
Be cleared out wide once again. Meacock gets run over, and it'll be Garnet ball. Or no, pardon me.
Osprey ball, yeah.
Will be Osprey ball.
Here's number 9 to start it. That's Cordona. And she'll hit it up. Will go past a couple of sticks. Will end up for the Garnet. And there's
Campbell with it.
Campbell will get it back. And good play, good hustle there by Hapgood to keep it in, push it forward.
I always appreciate that length from her, listed at 5'9" on the roster, but I think she's just a touch taller.
She definitely used her wingspan there to keep that ball in. Got that stick out.
Semper down in the corner. She's double teamed and it's given away to Scott, but Semper back to it. Ooh, she played it off the foot.
Yeah, Campbell set a good little pick there. That was pretty funny. So now it's going to be 13 Dan Skinnon for the Ospreys starting with it. But she's going to have some trouble down low against Meacock.
Yeah, Meacock, good job there defensively. Gets her sick down, wins it back for the Garnet. Hapgood will send it away to Semper.
And Semper has it real low. Dangerous situation, but she'll get it out of there. But it's a little bit too far forward for, I think that's Cho on the far side, yeah.
Yes, indeed. And it'll be a free hit for Stockton. Here they come, trying to get around the wing on the far side. Getting her stick down is...
That's Martin?
Oh, yes, that is Martin.
Martin got low and tripped from behind. But it's going to stay Garnet ball.
So Cho will take the hit coming forward.
Surveys the field, lifts it.
She's tried to do that a couple of times, but just has never quite gotten the distance on it that she needs. Taken away well by Campbell.
And now back to Cho.
Yeah, good job stepping up field. Tries to fire one through. Martin's got it. Bazowitz going along the wing as well.
Get it to Bazowitz. Bazowitz taking it down low. The Garnet now with a real offensive opportunity here as Bazowitz fights for it near the baseline, but it will go back to the Ospreys as they deny the Garnet once again.
Yeah, they've shut down the Garnet so far here in the third quarter. They were able to get 3 shots collectively in the second, but just haven't been able to penetrate that Ospreys defense so far in the third quarter. We're about 6 minutes in. Be Ospreys ball as they try to get out of their own end. That's lifted through, but knocked down by Carr. Here she comes, gets out wide.
And Carr will drive it into the center, but it's going to be stopped, and it's going to go back to... Or it could be Garnet ball. Yeah, I thought that was going back to the Ospreys. My bad.
Took a touch off of an Ospreys defender there. I believe this is Cho coming forward. Still Cho getting through traffic.
Beautiful stick skills, and she'll give the Garnet a chance. And that looked reminiscent of the early opportunity that the Ospreys had at this end across in front of the goal, but no one on either team to pick it up. But now the Ospreys are going to have a chance forward. It's just amazing stick skills by Cho there.
Yeah. Here's Dan Sassin trying to get around Meacock. She does.
First stop by Meacock, but yeah, it'll get by.
And now Scott out wide. In the middle, it's Long. Still Scott with it. Campbell commits the foul.
Campbell will stay on defense here, and she'll tap it out. So back to Scott. Or it's going to actually be Corradona who's going to start with it for the Ospreys.
Adina Gordon coming into the game. Here's Martin. She's got Carr up top as well.
Let's see what she'll look for. She's surrounded by white jerseys, but she will draw the foul on the Ospreys. So here is...
Yeah, Gordon tried to go a little too quick there, and Cordona was there, but got back to Garnet. Gordon pushes it through. Carr trying to spin back in on goal.
Big offensive opportunity, and Carr gets a shot on goal, but it's going to be a nice save by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, another shot there, that time by Bazowitz.
Gilligan really standing on her head, keeping this from being a 1-1 game, showing why she's one of the best goalies out there. But the Garnet will get a big corner opportunity to test this goalie once again.
Yeah, so chance for them. We've seen... don't believe they've gotten a shot off of their 2 corners so far this game.
No. But this is the first corner where Carr is going to be out there, so look for her getting a drive from the outside.
Yeah, right at the top of the circle. We'll see where Semper plays it.
It's going to go to...
Tappenden, pass over to Carr. Another shot for her. Kicked away.
Back to Carr, though. Closer opportunity. Another save.
Gilligan standing tall out there. Scrum in front of the cage, and it will...
Another corner.
Yeah, another corner.
Another chance. Let's see if the Garnet try and do the same thing. A slip to Carr, because she got a very good shot that time. She got a real nice wind-up from inside the circle and got a beautiful rebound.
Yeah, I mean, Tappenden just waited the perfect amount of time there for her defender to close, and Carr was just wide open.
Different setup this time, though. Carr's a little bit closer, and Carr will receive the ball, and she's going to slip it this time.
Campbell, the shot. And dangerous ball there from Carr.
And Gilligan, once again, all over that. Gilligan has been just on top of every single Garnet shot this game, being a brick wall and goal for the Stockton Ospreys.
Go back to Stockton. They try to go up the sideline, unable to quite get the controlling touch as long, but it'll stay with Stockton along the near sideline.
And here is 13, Danskin for the Ospreys to start with it. And she'll feed it in. Beautiful, beautiful feed, but still...
Allegretto, the goal scorer, to dance us in, trying to get it for long, but just too far to the outside for her. Free hit for the Garnet coming out of their own end.
And here's Semper to start with it. One of the most experienced players on this Garnet team. She's been showing that today with some great defense.
She'll go out wide to Cho as they try to switch the field, but Ospreys converging.
Cho will put it forward, but not everyone is as long as she is, and he'll go back to the Ospreys.
I mean, Tappenden isn't far off there.
No, you're right. That was a close one.
Bazowitz trying to play defense on Gilhooly. And Meacock, nice takeaway.
She'll put it forward, but it's stopped by Corradona, who's going to put it into the circle. And big opportunity here. And
it went off the foot of Hapgood there.
Corner for the Ospreys.
Easy call for the ref down there right in front of her. And another chance for the Ospreys to get that second goal they've been looking for.
Yeah, be a game changer, especially this late. Only 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
It'll be Cordona on the delivery this time. From the far corner. Plays it out from the wing. Shot skips wide off the stick of Long.
So the Garnet will stay within 1 goal of Stockton, keeping this interesting. Semper's going to start with it once again in the middle of the field, and she goes up the middle.
Gordon is there, plays it out wide for Meacock.
Good control by Gordon, and it'll go back to her, but just under her stick, but Bazowitz is there to get it. She'll put it forward, but gets a little high for Martin. So Osprey ball in their end.
Sent down to Cordona. A little bit of a miss hit there, but Dances able to correct to it. Now gets back to Bazowitz. Martin forward with her. Carr now making the run. Played ahead to Carr.
Carr has the ball. She's going to look to get it in the circle for Martin.
Here's a shot perhaps for Tappenden. Tappenden trying to get around the edge.
And another save.
Yeah, and here's Tappenden again with it. Gets back to the middle.
Another
Gilligan
save.
Again, yeah.
Gilligan is just all over this. Tappenden again, and another save. It's like Tappenden's playing against a bounce back.
Yeah, exactly. Just kept getting the rebound, but just can never quite get enough power or placement on that shot to get it around Gilligan.
She was pretty close, but kept putting it into Gilligan's feet.
Danceson trying to make a run forward on the counter. Good stop by Semper, but it'll be a free hit for the Ospreys.
And if you're a Garnet player, you can't get discouraged. You just got to keep taking shots against Gilligan, hoping and knowing that eventually one's going to have to land. You know, she's mortal.
Yeah, I mean, if it, in that kind of situation, you know, keeps bouncing back, just keep ripping away.
Keep shooting
away.
Something's got to fall. Eventually, something has to fall.
Exactly.
The Garnet can't pull up just because they're against a better goalie than they're used to seeing.
Martin chasing forward. Bazowitz making the run along with Carr. And she draws the foul. Free hit, leaves it off for Campbell. Here's Campbell.
We'll put it all the way through. No one touches it. So back to Osprey ball. 3 minutes left.
Ospreys have been able to generate some good pressure on their counterattack. So
Campbell's out. Van Voorhees is in.
It's a dangerous ball, and it's left off for Martin as Danceson just tried to lift it up.
Great stop there by, is that Cho on the far side?
Believe that's Tappenden. Yeah. Now it's Cho with it, preparing to take the free hit. Here she comes, trying to dribble through to the circle. Still Cho. Another impressive run for her. Tries to cross it back.
The Garnet will put it low, and Van Voorhees tries to find someone by the near post, but Carr had cleared out a little bit. I'm very impressed by Cho's stick work so far.
Yeah.
She has been driving through 3-4 white shirts to get it into that circle down low and then cross it through.
I mean, just nobody has been able to stop her. You know, she's tall. She's able to get her body in the way, and it doesn't matter how far the ball away is from her. She'll reach for it.
She's got the wingspan to pull anything in. So here's Van Voorhees to start the ball off.
Plays it back to Hapgood.
Hapgood puts it forward, but a little bit of a miscommunication, I think, by the Garnet. Two players, and neither one really went for the ball. So it'll go to the Ospreys. We are about at 1.5 minutes left. In goes Twitchell back into the game. Out is Basowitz.
Allegretto with it. She'll pass it around to Danceson.
The Garnet just trying no matter what to keep this outside of the circle, and Van Voorhees will do a very good job defensively. But great stop there by the Ospreys by 23. Gilhui.
She's had an active game. They're trying to get around the edge now. Hapgood trying to get her stick down still. Gilhooly, yeah.
She is just forcing it in there. Brute force, and now here's 11.
Long with the shot.
Good save, Langford. Both these goalies having great games.
She was screened just a little bit there, but managed to get the kick save.
Oh, yeah. And there's a corner.
Yeah, with 45 seconds left, so a chance right at the end of the period. Again for the Ospreys. And I mean, the Garnet have done well defending the corners so far.
Yeah, they have not been scored on from a corner this game, but really at this point, if they give up a corner goal, it's not looking great. They fall down by 2 with only 1 quarter left. It's going to be dangerous, but here goes the Garnet, and really a vital play.
See who they go to. It'll be Gilhooly.
She'll drive it.
And that's blocked well by Semper, who fires it out.
Semper has really been the cornerstone of the defense this game. Really locking stuff down, keeping people out of the circle, and saving potentially what could have been a really game-changing goal there.
Gilhooly coming forward now. She's into the circle trying to play it through, and Langford watches that go out the back.
20 seconds left in this quarter. Let's see if the Garnet can really at this point just make it to the fourth quarter, only down by 1.
Semper out wide for Hapgood.
Hapgood will put it forward through the legs of an Osprey player, but the Ospreys will get the ball back. This is 13 Danson. And
yeah, with that, time will expire. So the Garnet able to survive. A couple good opportunities for Stockton to get an additional goal there, but on the other side for the Garnet, a fantastic opportunity to put one.
Good opportunities for both teams, really. Yeah. We could be looking at a 2-1 fourth quarter instead of a 1-0 fourth quarter, but both goalies really playing out of their minds.
Indeed. We head to the break before the fourth quarter. Stockton still up 1-0. We'll be right back. Jacob Brady, Frankie Dillon back for the final quarter of action between the Stockton University Ospreys and the Garnet here in the home opener for the 2019 field hockey season. Stockton up 1-0. Garnet had a great opportunity from the stick of Andy Tappenden, a couple of them, to tie this game up, but were unable to do so, and we're down to the final 15 minutes to see if they can put an equalizer in the back of the net.
Some great goalie play so far by both keepers, Gilligan and Langford, but it looks like Langford might be the one tested early as the Ospreys get a corner right off the bat, not 20 seconds in.
Yeah, in that third and now fourth quarter, Garnet started surrendering corners just a little bit more. It'll be the 6th of the game for the Ospreys compared to 2 for the Garnet.
Could be a little fatigue, but here we go. Osprey ball, drive from the outside. No goal.
Post, yeah.
Wow.
That was a absolute rocket off the stick of Janelle Long, but it hit the post and managed to stay out.
What a stroke of luck for the Garnet.
Yeah, nearly that second goal that they were looking for, but an assist from the pipe work. And now the Garnet trying to get forward. Twitchell leads it into the path of Tappenden as she tries to get up the far sideline with some speed.
She's down the alley into the circle, puts it through! And was that Van Voorhees or Carr? One of them, I think that's Carr, just couldn't get there quite in time, was a little bit too far ahead of her to tap it in, but a wonderful opportunity for the Garnet.
Yeah.
Campbell had a great run there. The Garnet freshman looking really good offensively.
Yeah, exactly. And, they've definitely stepped up so far this season. There were, I think it's 6 of them that came in, or at least 6 first years, and they've certainly done well for themselves tonight in the home opener. Callie Cho trying to push it up into the path of Tappenden, and that time she's unable to take possession.
Ospreys will try and put it up the sideline. They only have to survive a Garnet onslaught for 13 more minutes.
Well,
that's what it has been. It feels like the Garnet has gotten a ton of shots and a ton of opportunities, but haven't been able to convert yet.
Yeah, 8 saves for Emily Gilligan back there, but the Garnet have had a number of other close balls, crosses that could have pretty easily been pushed into net if somebody had been in the right place. Meacock able to win the free hit. Tapping in, trying to get around the edge, but it's taken off her stick by Flynn. Dribbling around Cho.
And Cho trying to stop her, but eventually get a foul called on her, so it's back to Stockton possession, and they'll push it forward, and they've got a good opportunity here. And Hapgood tried to jump that dangerous situation with no one backing her up, but she was able to get the ball, if only briefly. So Stockton still has the ball.
Along the far sideline, and it was kicked by Tappenden. Easy whistle. And here comes the Ospreys once again, trying to bring it into the circle. It's played off of Cho, but it'll be Garnet ball. So she'll take the free hit from the far wing.
Cho gives it to Semper, who will cross it immediately to Hapgood.
They were trying to open up a passing lane there, and that got jumped by Gilhooly. Here she goes. Gilhooly trying to get ahead. Oh, missed shot. Langford able to kick it away.
Langford still has to be ready, though. It looks like she's going to get another shot, but there will be a corner.
Yeah.
Gilhooly has been all over the field this game.
She has. She's been so active, jumping passing lanes, and what a great interception there. Nearly able to play in long on goal, but couldn't get the one-timer off.
And some more good play there by Langford. Avoiding a dangerous... or keeping the Garnet within striking distance, but she'll have to come up big again, or someone on the Swarthmore defense will, because here's the corner.
They've been playing it to long, but it'll go to Gilhooly instead. Rips one.
Right on.
Gilhooly again plays it just wide, but another corner for the Ospreys.
Langford did a good job getting out a little bit there and forcing that shot wide. Even though she didn't touch it, she got up far enough that the offensive player had to put it around her, and that was off goal. Very good goalie play, even though it didn't result in a save.
Pardon me, it was Gracie Roberts actually with the shot. It'll go to long, around to Wenzel.
Wenzel will try and dribble it, and she'll get it inside for another corner.
Yeah.
Just wearing the Garnet down with corner after corner.
And you make the defense keep sprinting out from
it's got to be tiring.
The cage, yep.
Especially in this fourth quarter with how little subs the Garnet have. All of these defenders have been in probably the whole game.
It'll go to Wenzel. Has a little bit of trouble controlling it. Gilhooly waiting there for her. They'll go to Long instead. Long the hit.
Good save by Martin. She gets her stick down and deflects it. And the Garnet will stay in this as no goals off of, what was that, 3 corners in a row?
Yep.
Wow.
Still standing tall. It's been 8 in total now for the Ospreys, and actually I think it's 9 actually that the Ospreys have now had, but it's a giveaway. And now coming forward into the circle.
Another corner. Make that 10.
Yeah. 10 corners now, and you think at some point,
something's
if Stockton,
if
they just keep getting them.
Clock's ticking, too. The Garnet only have so much time. They do need to score in the next 10 minutes.
Indeed. And, yeah, I mean, you mentioned how tired they might be out there, and you're seeing that these fresh legs of Stockton just able to jump these passing lanes, get these interceptions.
Yeah.
Garnet unable to get out of their own end, just starts compounding. Out to Long, drives one in. Langford able to let it go wide.
But back to Garnet ball.
Yep. See if they can play it out safely this time. With Semper on the end of it.
Looks like she could look for, going to go to, who's that?
Hapgood.
Hapgood on the side, but she's getting swarmed. Beautiful look by Hapgood. Yeah. And it's going to go up, but out of bounds. But the Garnet will get a little bit of breathing room on the defensive end, even though it's Stockton ball.
Yeah, at least they have some space now to work. Let their forwards, who are a little bit fresher at the moment, try to do something up there.
Yeah, you definitely see the Garnet defense looks a little tired right now. Let's see if they can avoid anything major for the next couple minutes, get some offense, and try and get try and get them back in this game.
That was a dangerous hit, so it will be Garnet ball back from where it was taken. Hapgood on the end of it.
Hapgood will put it down to Carr. Carr will give it to Van Voorhees. Van Voorhees will try and put it in the circle, but it's going to go off the stick of Corradona for the Ospreys, so it will still be Garnet ball.
Yeah, back at the 25-yard marker, and Hapgood on it. She'll play it back over to Meacock.
Meacock with some pressure, but gets it off.
Campbell is there, up ahead now to Bazowitz.
Bazowitz on the baseline. Oh, being swarmed, Osprey on both sides. No foul called, but the Ospreys will get the ball. But taken away.
Great job by, and cross now. Someone trying to get on the end of it. Gilligan comes out, another shot. And it's called out.
And Gilligan with a great sort of diving forward save to push it forward, but then put the defense in a dangerous situation as she wasn't in goal and the ball was almost put over, but you can add another save to her tally for the night, which has been quite impressive.
Yeah, and Coach Hannah Harris yelling at the refs right now as Bazowitz did indeed hit it into the back of the net, and Harris and us as well up here not really sure why that one was waved off.
Yeah, don't know what the call was. There was a pretty decent scrum, so could be something we didn't see, but definitely could be a turning point of the game if we look back on it and it stays 1-0.
Yeah. Meacock trying to pass it forward, gets it out to Martin. Twitchell making a run. Martin showing off her speed. Just still with it.
She probably ran 40 yards there.
And an Osprey on either side of her.
I know.
Running.
It's very impressive how fast she is with the ball. Very impressive. I definitely couldn't do that.
Bazowitz tries to get back through the middle, and it will be
corner for the Garnet.
Corner Garnet, yep.
Big opportunity.
Their third of the game, and chance for them to tie this one up now. 7-11 remaining in this fourth quarter.
It's going to be Semper putting it in as normal. You've got Carr in the center, and Campbell to her left. Could be a slip to Carr because she's a little bit back right now. She's getting out to the side. Oh, they go quickly.
Meacock, yeah. And now here's Carr.
Still slips it to Carr pretty far back. Carr will drive it into the circle. Chance for Martin.
And another corner.
Good for the Garnet to get that. It looked a little shaky. It looked like they might give it up, but good play by Carr to Martin, and then Martin to keep it in and draw the penalty.
Played it straight up ahead to Meacock last time. We'll see they try to do now. I wouldn't mind seeing a ball directly to Carr, and they might do that as Bazowitz and she switch positions. It will indeed go to Carr.
Carr's just going to pass it to the side to Semper.
Meacock trying to get in. Gilligan kicks it out. Meacock still there. Campbell. And it's cleared out.
Van Voorhees puts it back in, but it'll be go
out for Osprey's ball. So the Garnet unable to convert once again with a ball inside the Stockton circle. Dribbling ahead is Scott, but it's taken away from her by Carr.
And into the game goes Cho. Garnet looks like they're trying to get some more offensive sticks in. We've seen how good Cho's been with the ball.
Oh, yeah, she's playing up in the midfield right now. Gilligan
comes out, kicks it out, but it's going to be a corner.
Yeah.
Garnet really making a push right now.
Yeah, first it was Stockton getting their 3 in a row, and now the Garnet with 3 in that similar short span. Another chance for them to tie this back up.
Really make or break time right now with 6 minutes left on the clock. The Garnet needs something to force it into overtime where they might be a little bit more comfortable than Stockton. They won their last game in overtime 2-1.
And off the stick of Meacock, couldn't get it down.
The Garnet will get it to
Carr,
who will drive it and off goal.
Yeah. little bit wide that time. She certainly does have a flair for those hard hits, but a little bit of trouble getting them on target all the time. So it will be an opportunity for Stockton to get out of their end as their defense starting to look a little tired.
And it looks like a Garnet player was hit in the face.
Yeah, I think that's Martin.
Uh-huh.
She just shakes it off.
She's a tough player.
Yeah. I mean, if I got hit in the face by a fiberglass stick, I'd be down.
I'd be out of there. I'd be sub me out. But Martin's going to stay in. I'd be scared of her. She's going to come back with a vengeance.
That one's cleared all the way ahead. Giving chase is Allegretto.
Gets out of bounds in time. We're down to 5 minutes left. The Garnet need to make something happen. Let's see what they can do.
Here's Campbell taking the hit. She lifts it up. And knocked down. Couldn't quite get it all the way down.
And beautiful, beautiful pass there by the Ospreys. They'll get it forward.
Yeah, here's Allegretto leading into the path of Morganti. Still Morganti fighting for it and wins the hit for Stockton.
We haven't seen much of Morganti today, but I'd be scared of her in these last 5 minutes. She might want to make herself seen as one of these Osprey stars. And it'll be a corner for the Ospreys. Another one. Gotta wonder how much can this Garnet defense stand? How much can they bend without breaking?
Yeah, they've weathered a lot of pressure so far in this game, and just got to get through this next one. Take it one by one. 4:30 left to play. It'll be Cordona to deliver it in. Wenzel setting up straight away. Allegretto a little bit closer on the wing. It goes to Wenzel. The hit.
Stopped by the Garnet. Another shot backside
and
score.
Slipped in. I think that was number 13, Maddie Dancison, with the goal off the corner. Hard to see with all the jerseys down there, but Stockton able to get their second of the night finally on their 11th corner of the game.
The Garnet looked good if you're looking at all their corners as a whole. Again, they kind of snuck it past the Garnet sticks to the backside. That seems to sort of be the thorn in the Garnet side so far without Rhea Garg did a good job last year, kind of streaking back, protecting the backside. And also, as I've talked about before, Zelda Bank did a great job sort of jumping those passes. The Garnet defense need to have their head on a little bit more of a swivel, look around a little bit more, see that backside, and maybe even play a little bit more conservatively defensively, because they've been good on ball, and Langford has been good saving the shots she's gotten head on.
Casey Cordona actually the goal scorer with the assist from Shelby Scott. And now the lead 2-0 with just about 3:30 remaining in this contest, and it looks like the Ospreys are going to be going to 4-0 on this season.
But if we can say anything, really, the Garnet definitely played this game better than last year's. So it has to be an encouraging sign. Despite the Garnet looks like they'll be dropping to 1-3, they do look better than this. This was a very close game despite the score.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And, you see it with a very young team out there, but they still looked confident the whole time, especially defensively. And even on counters, especially, weren't afraid to go forward. Scott able to get the takeaway as Semper finally gives it up.
Scott still with an opportunity.
Good play by Hapgood defensively. Scott touches it out of bounds, and she gets a round of applause for her aggressive play in the attack there. Played up the sideline to Cho.
Looks like the Ospreys won a match last year's score.
Yeah, exactly.
They're really getting after it. Here's Cho. She'll put one up high, and that'll be a pretty pass there to Carr. One of the first real aerials we've seen that has actually hit the target.
Finally got it through. Carr trying to push it back to the middle, but loses it. And Roberts comes forward.
Good stop there by Hapgood. She pushes it forward, but it's going to be Osprey ball.
Cho still fighting for it. Goes off of her foot. And a free hit for Stockton. That's pushed forward, and
it's going to be Garnet ball. Here's Hapgood. Yeah. Hapgood will put it forward to... tempted to go forward to Meacock, but it's going to be Osprey ball again.
Good stop by Gordon. And it will be Garnet ball. Gordon plays it out wide. Here's Tappenden.
Tappenden will get it into the circle. And out of the circle.
But that's definitely one of the more impressive things I've seen in this game, the play of Andy Tappenden.
She's had beautiful ball control and really could be the next big offensive threat for the Garnet, because if they just rely on Carr this year, who's really like their main returning offensive threat, they're going to have trouble. Teams are going to know it's very easy to defend a single player, but when you've Tappenden making those runs on the far side and maybe crossing it to Carr, that's a lot more of a dynamic offense, which is going to be hard to defend.
Inside the final minute here, Stockton maybe looking for another. This will dribble all the way down. Campbell is there right along the far sideline.
Campbell drive it back up.
Here's Bazowitz now.
Bazowitz fighting for it, trying to get something in these last 20 seconds.
Carr is up ahead. Bazowitz trying to drive it through.
Van Voorhees sneaking on the backside, and Stockton will see her eventually.
And that'll go back to Stockton now with 10 seconds left. Campbell. Now here's Tappenden. And with that, time will expire. So a 2-0 win for Stockton. They go to 4-0. The Garnet fall to 1-3, but certainly not all negatives for the Garnet in this game.
Yeah, the Garnet have a lot they can work on, but a lot of good things they can take out of this game. They looked a lot better than last year, and so it should be a good sign, even though their record might not be what they want it to be. They had the offensive opportunities despite not scoring today, and also you got to remember a lot of that is just because of Gilligan in goal was just a monster, and they're not going to see that every game. So it might look like their offensive woes continued this game, but I think there's a lot of improvement.
Garnet play their next game next Wednesday. Yes, next Wednesday at Cabrini University, and then they'll be home again 2 Saturdays from now to take on Dickinson.
Starting the Centennial Conference season.
Already, September 21st, that game, big contest here at home. We'll have the call for that one. Jacob Brady and Frankie Dillon here on the Garnet Sports Network saying good night.